very strange. I think OBS crash. Usually doesn't happen. But anyway, yeah, whatever. Some shit or whatever, right? Something. And then what you do is you have your start. Well, actually, what you do is you have your source here, and then every single one you have one, and then 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, actually, it's not how accounting works. It's not how accounting works. I do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 17, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So, basically, if you want to find out how to get to the goal, all you have to do is just go towards the lower number and the number 10, right? Yeah. And you can do this for like the player, you can do this for a goal, you can do this for just about anything. So during generation, you can do this. You can basically bake this in. For finding the player, that's a little bit different. You have to generate that every single frame. But generally speaking, it's easy. Now you can do, I think there's, I can't remember, but I feel like there's a way to do it very, very efficiently, right? But I can't remember how. I think it's that you set everything to something absurdly high. Right? You set the value of everything to something really, really high, and you just like iteratively update it. I think there is a way to do it. You do like 1 plus the lowest of its neighbor or something like that. I forget how it's done, but I think you do like something really big or 1 plus the lowest of its neighbor. The minimum of something really big or 1 plus the minimum between like 1,000 and 1 plus the minimum 1 plus the minimum of its name. Because the moment that you have a 0 and this just means that farther something away is, the longer it takes the information to travel. Right. So there is like a light speed. So every frame you have, these things. And you can like just render to other render targets and like other like off-screen frame buffers and things like that. Which is something that I'm probably going to end up doing for some things, like especially for like finding the player or other things along those lines, right? But yeah, so having the player stuff and things like that. But one of the things that you could do, because like we have, we can find out exactly where in the world, things are going. So if we wanted to say put lighting and things like that, we can help guide the player into certain areas and things like that very easily. Having the like I want this to be a horror game, right? Like I want it to be a spooky game. Simply because that just seems like okay. So oh. Right. Yeah. So let's talk about. So we could do that stuff. So why is it that these are? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why does it need to be transposed? Needs to be transposed. Doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't get it. Whatever. Because these are. Oh. Okay. So. Yeah, it's really fucking toasty. Why is it so hot? It shouldn't be so hot. 2.7 gigahertz. Why is BTOP not taking? Has it literally been not updating for the past? Oh no. Okay. It still really picks me up. That's great. That's fucking wonderful. Yeah. So my neighbor's going at it. So that is the difference. I can do test times equal UVT. Yeah. Cool. So now all I need to do is what is that? So this is very tricky, very vaporwave. Now I want to do something with vaporwave. Now I want to do a vaporwave raycast. Raycast game for vaporwave. I need a mouse. I need a lot of things. I don't have a mouse. I don't have all kinds of things. I mean, I could. I actually don't know where the term fetishes come. Where the term fetish comes from. A fetish, as marketer would say. I mean, and also, you don't have to apologize. I do have this shit tagged as fucking 18 plus, and I swear like a goddamn sailor all the goddamn time. I'm gonna be shocked if I can get anything monetized on YouTube. Witchcraft. Interesting. I feel like I need to go look into the etymology of all that. Ooh, because I know in the bottom left hand corner. I am absolutely going to have a vaporwave. Is this now? Interesting. And this is the other end, so I've reached the end. For fucking god, I'm upstairs and they don't shut the fuck up. I'm gonna be pissed. Well, I don't. It's just moderately irritating. Very uncouth and not very demure. I can also like step into the walls just fine. Like it doesn't stop. I don't have collision. So that's the next thing I need to do. Is vaporwave. You know, like a first-person game. Vaporwave. Interesting. So if I'm gonna make a game with vaporwave aesthetics, this kind of, because this is really cool. I like this look. I really like this look. I want to do something with it. But I don't know what I want to do with it. That makes sense. Interesting. So if I have, I want to do, because this would be really good. This kind of aesthetic would make a really good vaporwave game. But what would I want to do with it? What would the premise be? What would the actions be? How would it work? What would I do with it? That is the question. The next step. The next step is going to be because the next step, yeah, I need to do the collision. So on update, or like whenever you, right. I mean, I could do that. Oh wait, but I don't have to do that. So the next part is going to be next part. Let's do versus map. Versus map. Collision detection. Oh, there we go. That's the problem. I don't fucking care about my Samsung account. Oh. Okay. So we have the two. We have. What is next? Yeah, collision detection. So let's talk about that. Let's go. Let's use this here. So say we have, now if the, now if it is, you know, like I say, I mean, like, it doesn't really matter how big it is, right? Because we just do something along the lines there. So how do you match this? The actual thing here, center point is here, right? All that you have to do is check the cell from that point, the radius to the right, radius to the left, radius up, and radius down, in cells, right? So now we have these four things, and if we want to say, we want to see if a we want to see if a circle, and we want to see if a circle is overlapping, and we want to see if a circle is overlapping the square. Okay, we say we have a circle here. What we do, we find these two. We want to find this distance and this distance. Right? Technically speaking, we want to find distance between the nearest point and us if the square is over here, right? We want to find the nearest point to the center, and nearest point within the bounds of the cube to the center. So what we can do is we can take this and we can clamp it. Clamp the X, clamp the Y. And then we resolve it from there. So number one, clamp C dot O S dot L S dot min S dot max S dot min S dot max, right? That gives us the closest. Then this number two, if we say, you know, and this is this gets mapped to median. So we take C dot O minus median, and this gets mapped to offset, right? Then we want to say if number three, if the absolute value of offset, if the magnitude of offset is less than C dot R, then one then what do we do? let's not offset then. What is that? Then C that is equal to, let me take the and then the magnitude of the magnitude of offset, then we take the set plus and we map that to, right? Because then this and then all that we need to do is there's like what, another 35 minutes left? I could probably do this in 35 minutes. Pretty close to it, I think. Yeah, my upstairs neighbors are just banging away, which is great. I love that for myself. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this for all of these, right? I'm gonna do this for each of the, for everything that is, for the bounds. For the circle min, circle bounds. From circle min to circle min. Which is kind of a problem. When, because I also don't know how to index into the pixels, the values of, so I need to be able to get I need to be able to fetch pixels. I need to be able to fetch the pixels by stuff. So so what? Right, so we needed number one, we need to fetch right, so it's number two. I want to say love, foodie, so love, want location. So number 2 is we want to get pixel function. And this is 1 indexed or 0 indexed. Okay, that's actually fucking perfect. Good. God damn. So, and I will be looking into why my shit's all fucked up. Because my shit's fucked up. And you figure out why. It might have been because I fucked up and I also installed the, like I don't just have Xface installed, I had also installed LXDP and what is it? Plasma. So that's the thing. It'd be super nice if I could just like reinstall like, all that shit. But yeah. I think Ageless Linux is just a thing that we would append onto shit. I'm gonna have to look. I am gonna install it anyway. I'm gonna do regardless of what the requirements are. I'm just gonna back up all the stuff, which is basically nothing because I keep reinstalling a new operating system every 2 goddamn days, every other day, so yeah, that's the thing. But I think that's all that I need, but that is actually already fixed. So okay, so we have because the thing is that we want to have each of these. Oh wait, no, but we can resolve on a we can resolve anything, right? It doesn't actually tell how we resolve them. Because like the corner cases are going to be resolved like as necessary anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. But we can do very robust shit. So we can do plus a half, minus a half. Right? For player minus 0.5, for int 0 from player minus 0.5 to player plus 0.5, right? Because what we're going to end up doing is say for x equals player dot size at index 1 minus 0.5 to player dot size 1 plus 0.5. Right? Because that's the hit radius, right? Um, One, 4, 1. Okay, let's play it. At 2. Nice. Two plus 0. So these are not integers. Per se. I think what I feel like I need to do is, I mean, I'm just gonna try it. Because numbers are numbers in New York. Right, there's no such thing as integers. So it should be truncated. Or at least I hope it's true. We're gonna find out. We're just gonna try. We're just gonna try. Because in C++ and so forth, because you just cast to int in GLSL, this would work because it implicitly casts to int anyway. In C# this would work because you can just cast to int. And literally every other fucking pipe language, this works fine. You can do a lot of shit. I like it. So, also, I forgot how important, how useful it is to have a whiteboard. Having a whiteboard is very useful. Highly recommended. Or like literally just like sitting down and having a piece of paper, scratch paper and pencil, scratch paper and pen. If you have a drawing tablet, fucking use it. Like if you have a Wacom tablet, you can pick one up pretty cheap from Boolean. There's some pretty cheap Boolean tablets that you can use. I have a very high-end one. I have a built-in screen and all that stuff. It would probably be if I had more if I didn't have to if my internet wasn't literally hooked up to my USB, then I would also use like a Wacom tablet. I used to have one actually. What the fuck happened to it? I mean, it's a long time. It was a piece of shit anyway. It was fucking ultra low end fucking tablet. Like literally the worst of the fucking what we have of the Wacom tablets. Of the bamboo, I think. Bamboo tablet, some shit like that. What I would really like to do is get one of the ones that is a mouse pad and if I can get one of those with like the mouse, with the built-in mouse, it would be fucking incredible. That would be really cool. Because you can switch, as necessary, like whenever the fuck you want. Very, very nice. I don't know if they have like tilt support and all that stuff, but they're very nice tablets. That'd be super cool if I had. I still need to take apart and fix my ball mouse. Depending. Oh wait, I can't. I can't use it anyway. I don't have enough USB ports. That sucks. Probably gonna have to get a USB mouse. Or a USB. No, I mean a Bluetooth mouse. Or a USB hub, something like that. I would really like to get like a keyboard with a bunch of extra fucking USB ports on it. Like every single fucking Apple keyboard in existence, which is super fucking nice, and you never see them on anything else, which is horrifically irritating. Although if I did have a keyboard, and I can probably get a really cheap one from like Walmart or some shit from Walmart. I need to do some research into like tablets and stuff. Because I'm starting to use, like, it would be fucking incredible if I had that. Because then I could just put my laptop on a different thing. I can have my keyboard separate, and I can have a mouse pad separate with the mouse and pen and all that stuff. And have a full setup be super nice. And then I can go sit at the table. You know? And have like a whole setup of stuff, right? And figure out how to set it up in a way that would be conducive to having multiple monitors and all this. But that also costs money that I don't have. Yeah. I'll just have to think about it, I guess. Alright. So okay. Okay. So for each of those, I need to see. Oh. Yeah, because if the I only need to do stuff if the cell is greater than, the cell is not, the cell is not one. Right? So if Um, I mean, it doesn't really matter. uh, only if the what is it? If map that's pixel heights. Oh, the pixel width. I can just send that shit in. What? Pixel dimensions, that pixel. Is it a thing that can I not do this? Like what the fuck? Get pixel. Image data. Using image screenshot or canvas image data. What image data? Maybe using image data. But it's an image that I send to. Can I do from file? New image. Okay. Find field. Fuck. Love dot image. Love dot image. New data. New image from image data. Can I just do image data? Oh shit, okay. The data at I can do map that. That text. Yeah, I'll call it that text. Right. Oh, actually. That's what I wanted. So graphics. New image. Dashboard. Okay, so that works fine. And I will be fixing my touchpad stuff. I'll look into other tablet and keyboard options and other shit like that. I do want the mouse. I want to use. I don't want my fucking ball mouse again. The other way I did not have to rely on. I just really like ball mouse. They're super. I mean, I'm gonna attempt to fix. Oh, it shouldn't be the dongle. Dongle's not. Dongle's not. I would have to take apart the mouse itself and take a look at the internals. I don't think it's the battery, because it does turn on. I think it's the transceivers. So I can take it apart and take a look. Okay. So we have so now if the map gets if map is 0, if not, then no. Want to equivalence. Can't fucking spell. Right. Go to. Oh, there isn't. Complete thinking break. Skip next. Go through effectively open. Oh. Okay. So I don't have access to continue. Then in that case, I'm just gonna end it. I don't really. That doesn't. So if the map get pixel, if the get pixel is a thing that is functional and is functioning, one of the things we do is and then what we can do is we can say worst really fucking hurts, dude. So Okay, so we're in here now. So if there is a wall there, if there is a wall, we can say let's print let's see. Else. Is there else? No. No, this is not good. Oh. Oh, right. That's not right. See, this is what I do with these tests. No. No. Whoa, no. Okay. Right, that's what we want to see. And then that is very close. Yeah, that is within the so that is detecting properly. Yeah. Should be what, 2 watts, something like that. That is proper. So, if it is, then what do? We need to clamp. And how do we clamp it? Well, the clamp, no, is that it must be between that position and that position plus 1. Right. So it's the floor, and it's all the way down. Right, we knocked it completely down. Right. So we floor it. So the minimum, min x, min y. Max x, max x, max y. Min x, min y. So local min x is equal to map dot min. Well, map dot x. Local min y or local max is equal ceiling. Well, is equal to min x 10 max y. We know for a fact that these are, because if it is precisely on them, then you can run into some issues. Be a bit of a problem. So we know for a fact that that is how that's going. Now, we know these bounds. We have the bound. Now, we can say local mean is equal to, first one is going to be plan. So it is the math dot min. It's the minimum between, so to clamp it to, that is the maximum of the min in the position, the maximum of the min in the position, and the minimum of the, so it is map dot maximum of the min x and the math dot minimum of the max x and layer at index. And then we do a math dot max of the min y and the math dot min of the max y and the layer at index 2. Local delta. So local delta is equal to, what's this? Local delta is equal to, do I have a subtract vex sub? Yeah, I do have a vex sub. A vector subtraction. Yeah, I have a vector subtraction. That subtract the position from the nearest. Position. Player dot position from here. Now, here's where things get kind of dicey. I also need to be able to calculate the magnitude, right? I need to calculate. And that is simply the Pythagorean theorem. So let's do another mag. Vec mag. Function of magnitude of v to on QRT of v1 times v1 v2 big ol' Pythagorean difference. v1 times v1 plus v2 times v2 square root of that. Do we want to keep the square root? Nah, usually we usually want to do mag square and then do everything in that as much as possible, but we don't give a shit about that right now. We just want shit to happen. So, yeah. So we can say the delta mag is vac mag, and then we can normalize those after, and then that'll make things nice. Dealing with vectors is a lot more conducive than dealing with matrices. We could make the position a matrix if we wanted to. That's kind of dumb. No need, because matrices are usually like transformations. Even though we have things like, well, I mean, yeah, we have a rotation, which is a, complex number, and we are treating it as a matrix. It's because we already have the math for that, right? So, yeah. Now, what happens? Okay. Let's do that. Vector. Yeah, I do have vector multiply. Which is just vector, which is just vector 1 divided by the vector magnitude. Okay. So now we have the delta. So what do we do with it? What do you do? We do. So what's going to happen with the delta? Something like that. What the fuck? How did that get so damn scrapped? Son of a bitch. Is that an actual scratch? That's an actual scratch. That's a deep one too. That's a bad one. That's a real fucked up. No, fucked up is fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. God damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this. And then I will pop on over to the end. I want to get this. So, local mag, vector magnitude of alpha. Right. If the FD-mag is less than 0.5. If it is less than 0.5, then we say delta is equal to vex multiply delta 1 divided by u. Clear dot pause is equal to, I mean, I think technically speaking it'd be better if it's a copy because of like references and all that stuff, but I think it's probably just fine. Because like the locality and all that shit, like it does reference counting and handles all that. It should be fine. If it's not, then I have something to fix. Right. Is equal to vex add new. I think that's it. Should be. What? Should be fine. Oh. Number expected that, yeah. Nani? Okay. Local. And pause equal to that. Player dot pause and pause on player dot pause 2 and pause. If I no. Main row 185. Map.men 1. Oh shit. Is incorrect. Ah, right. Um, 0 point. And everything is super robust collision detection, and you don't get actually hung up on anything. You can just easily just go into same block, one block wide gaps. It kind of funnels you in because it's circular and stuff, so you can just kind of just funnels you in. Everything about this is like fucking perfect and flawless and great and awesome, and it's incredible, and it just feels great. Feels really good. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. If anyone is actually here, which I don't think anyone actually is, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello, welcome to my channel. Goodbye. Go find yourself. Yeah, so, get add. Let's do this stuff, right? Commit. Dit commit. Commit. Just and vaporwave. Pack for you. Pack, yeah.